Hi, welcome to Shell's Pearls of Wisdom. This week's question was, let's say you meet the perfect guy or girl. They have everything that you're looking for. I mean, from the mind to the body to their soul. But there's one exception, a very big exception. They're abstaining from sex until marriage. Is this a deal breaker? Now, if this is not a deal breaker, what do you do while you're waiting? So, for the most part, my guys and my girls kind of agreed. They all felt like sex is a very important part of a relationship. And that is a very important thing to know before you really get involved with a person, is to know if you guys have a good sexual chemistry. So, for the most part, I agree as well. I know for a healthy young woman, sex is very important to me. I mean, let's be real. If the sex ain't right, the relationship might not be right. It is a strong foundation for a happy couple. Just like communication, it's very, very important. Now, there are a lot of things that we can do to make things spicy or good again, but at the same time, how much is somebody really willing to put in with that effort to make things good? Or how much are you willing to take with bad sex before you walk away to seek good sex? I don't know. It's a very hard question to answer, and honestly, I'm kind of glad that I'm not in this situation. But I have a lot of girlfriends that have been, and a lot of guy friends that have a great opinion on this. So let's get to my favorite one from a female. So I asked her the question once again. Let's say you meet the perfect guy. Mind, body, and soul. One exception. He's not having sex with you until he's married. Is this a deal breaker? Now, this young lady is 20, or in her 20s. She's in her mid-20s. So it was really good to see someone of that generation have a very strong and intelligent opinion about this subject. She said, "Good question. But if I can't convince him before marriage, then no. Of course I don't mind waiting, but at the same time, sex is a very important aspect of a relationship. It goes into all accounts to make things work. You have trust, communication, emotional support, etc. It makes it all complete. Besides all the endorphins great sex provide, it's healthy for the both of you. I don't know how long people are willing to wait, or to teach, or to give them the right rhythm to go with one another. But there is a limit, and you have to cut your losses at some times. How hard would it be to have to do it with someone you're bonded under God with and never experience them at all? Awkward. Figuring out flaws and all, or at least the basic sex, came before marriage, not after. And you also got to think about them not really fully getting to experience the part of the life before settling down. I don't know, this would give me really bad anxiety. Being at first and the last person that you're ever going to have sex with? Too many problems, but maybe I don't have enough confidence to see something like that through. Dating and experiencing life, what you like and don't like, are vital before committing to anything. Definitely as serious as a marriage. But nothing is permanent, so I guess I'm all over the place. I don't blame you. That's hard when you have that mindset that you would want to wait for this person because ultimately you love them. But at the same time, she's right. What if you get to that marriage and the day of you start knocking boots and it's horrible? It's horrific. It's almost mind-boggling how bad it is. What are you going to do? I mean, you can't look at him and be like, so, you know about this marriage thing? Yeah, not going to work. You wouldn't do that because ultimately you still love this person. So what would you do? So I dug a little deeper and I asked some of my ladies who agreed with her, Well, what if you did wait? How would you occupy your time? Well, I had some real shit come through. I mean, some real talk. I had women tell me straight up, I might just have to find me a side piece until he's ready. Now, some of you might be like, that's trifling, that's disgusting, why would you do that? All these things like that. But at the same time, that's her honest opinion. She wouldn't be able to hold out for a year and some months. So I thought that was an awesome answer. I know people aren't always going to agree with it, but I think it's an awesome answer. Now, I went to my fellas, asked them the same question. They were a little bit more not going to happen, bro. They said that sex is too important and something that you need to know is going to be right. You're going to have vibes. You're going to have connection. Because they be damned if they going to spend the rest of their life with a woman that they have no physical connection with in the bedroom. No matter how much they love them, no matter how pretty they are, no matter how smart and great person they are, if the sex is not going down, it is not going down in Chinatown. And I agree too with them because, like, once again, sex is very important. So you cannot just assume that it's going to be fireworks. It could be a fizzle or sparkler. So I don't know. That's a hard situation to find yourself in. And then I had my girls that are a little bit older, who've never been married, and ultimately that's what they want. They want the perfect relationship. They want a guy that has the mind, body, and soul with them. So they were willing to wait. They're willing to wait to get that ring on their finger because ultimately they feel sex can always get better. There's always something that you can add into the mix to make things spicier or better or just overall okay. But then that makes you think, are you okay with having just okay sex for the rest of your life? Or do you want mind-blowing sex? Do you want make your toes curl sex? So I guess it's really up to the person and what they value in their relationships. Some people value more trust because they've been cheated on. Some people value more communication because their last partner didn't know how to talk to them, and that ultimately is what did them in. So I guess for some, sex is just sex. It's not the biggest part of the equation. And for others, it is the trifecta of the whole entire equation. So, in my own opinion, I'll say it again, sex is too important not to know what you're getting into before marriage. I'm not saying that you have to do it every day, every night, but we need to get it in at least one good time. One good time. I just need to know what you're working with. I'm going to need to know if you can make me scream your name. And if we probably can't handle that, that would be my choice at that point if I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Because it's not fair to even put you through that if it's bad. Because I'm ultimately probably going to have some animosity. And I'm probably going to be a very bitter Betty if I'm not getting good sex. And you don't want a wife walking around not getting good sex. She will make your life a living hell. Or she'll cheat on you. Vice versa. Same thing with the guys. Guys are not going to walk around and just deal with bad sex. Because either they're going to regret ever being with you, or they're ultimately going to cheat on you. That's just truth. I know people don't like it. Probably people think it's immoral. But guess what? It's life. So I would not suggest waiting until marriage unless you're about to have a real short engagement. But it's always your opinion and your option and your choice. So make the best choice for you. And know that whatever your choice may be will have a consequence. Whether it be a good one or a bad one, it will have a consequence. So that's my Michelle's Pearls of Wisdom of the week. If you guys have any opinions on it, let me know. Drop me a comment. I would love to hear your opinion. Deuces.